Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's, right there on the western shore of Biscayne Bay in the Heat's house, American Airlines Arena. We have the Pacers. We have the Heat. And they're ready to ball, y'all, in just about 30 minutes from now.
Miami's Dwayne Wade can fill up a box score with the best of them as he continues to impact every game he plays. Here's a statistical note for you. In each of the last 2 games, Dwayne has led Miami in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Matter of fact, in the last 2, he's averaging 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists a game. On Friday night, he had 22 points, 12 boards, 10 assists in Charlotte. On Sunday, came back with 28 against the Clippers with 8 boards and 8 assists. It's a rare feat to lead your team in those 3 categories. Wade has done it 3 times this year. LeBron James has led Miami in all 3 stats 4 times. No surprise, they are, after all, the league's best duo, and Jacks they could be for years and years to come.
When wins outnumber losses in as great a proportion as they have for Miami this season, the losses have a tendency to stick in the collective conscience of professionals.
Gay with 2, Gay with 1 for the win. He did it. 3 to shoot. LeBron with 2 to shoot. Oh my.
The bitter taste of defeat leaves a lasting reminder in the mouths of those who savor the sweet taste of victory. Great players whose competitive juices drive them to push past pain in the pursuit of success at all costs, harness the lingering feeling of losing and consume it as the fuel that fires the furnaces of redemption. On Sunday, the Heat made the Clippers the latest victim on a schedule filled with payback appointments. Tonight, the team that delivered Miami its most humbling lesson at home this season returns for a rematch.
Remember the game, just remember how awful we looked and felt, but, we're a total different team.
We were embarrassed about that loss. It was early, but that's given us motivation for tonight, and, we're not going to take it lightly.
In a campaign filled with far more ups than downs, the painful reminders of what at times has been are what keep fresh the desire to push for what instead can be. Payback has been the way back for Miami this season, and many have already tasted the wrath of a Heat team eager to settle a score. Just 2 opponents have bested the Heat on more than one occasion this year. For one, a lifetime's worth of regular season losses can do nothing to erase the single greatest moment to date in our franchise history.
Miami has won! Miami is NBA champs!
And for the other, well, that opportunity will come soon enough.
How did you feel about your offensive performance?
I felt good. I had a talk with D-Wade and Brian yesterday. He just told me to just find my rhythm and get used to the starting 5 and just try to find my edge, and I think I'm starting to get it.
Do you feel like you're catching and shooting in that rhythm that you were looking for?
It's not all the way there yet, but it's getting closer and closer.
Definitely. And look, of course we're going to see you disrupting play right there, getting it. Working it. When sell it, by the way, right there.
That's it.
Exactly, without a doubt. And do you find yourself at times, because obviously a lot of the open shots are on the edges, to try to mix it up a little bit because obviously teams are trying to close out and you can put on the floor and get other shots?
Definitely. I think the last couple games I've been shooting a lot of threes and not using my all-around game.
Tonight gets it done when he has to. He struggles a little bit at times, but he plays such a great all-around game. And when he started this game, he had so much energy. He had those 5 dunks in the first half. Just incredible the way he goes to the basket, draws fouls, gets to the rim, will make the Jays. The Heat were up 4 when he was in the game, down 9 when he came back in. He scored 5 quick points and then gets the Heat back into the game. And then he helped in that lockdown defense in the 4th quarter. And then he was right there on time making the free throws to up the Heat's lead to 3 when they needed him to be.
Give the Pacers some credit, though. They did have 6 players score in double figures. They shot 51% on the night. Only the 6th time the Heat have allowed 50% shooting. And what it does in the standings, Miami moves to within a half game of Boston. They're even in the win column.
We start with our flight on Thursday in Miami, and we're heading out of town, going up to Detroit. It's really Auburn Hills. It's really the Palace. And those folks know how to scream. They may not win a whole lot of games, but there's some passion with those fans. When that game is all over, we head back to the map because we're headed to Beantown. That's right, sliding over to New England. There's probably going to be some cold weather or snow. I got a pea coat. We're going to take care of things. That game is in the afternoon, but we love the nighttime in Boston. That bridge gets slippery when there's ice on it, by the way. Then we move from Massachusetts, back to the heartland, covering up my hometown of Cincinnati. My mama's making the drive, about 90 minutes. Oh, yeah, going to head on 74, get herself to Conseco Fieldhouse to watch the Miami Heat take on the Indiana Pacers once again. And on our last stop on the trip, we're going north of the border. Thank goodness I have a passport that let me in the country, and we will play the Toronto Raptors. Chris Bosh returning to Toronto for the first time as you take a peek at the Air Canada Centre. Now, some folks, they're going to head back to Miami and just enjoy an all-star break. I'm headed out there to Los Angeles. That's right, all-star weekend. We got James Jones, we got LeBron, we got Dwayne, we got Chris Bosh, and many others. We're going to meet Dexter out there. He's got to come from Sioux Falls. And we will have a great time at All-Star Week.
Recently, your Miami Heat teamed up with Benihana as they held their 3rd annual Celebrity Cook-Off, benefiting the Miami Heat Charitable Fund.
We've done this now for 3 years in a row. It's actually one of our favorite events to do with the Miami Heat. The Heat players come in, they cook for the guests, get a chance to try their hand at being a teppanyaki chef and seeing what we do every day.
It's going well. We haven't burnt anything yet. My man Joe is doing his thing, and I'm just assisting him.
That's mustard right there. I made it at home before I came. It's the best table in Benihana right now. We have to go all the time. But we're enjoying a great dinner with some friends that I just met tonight, and it's having fun.
And while the players' competitive spirit came out on the grill, the chance to interact with their loyal fans was something everyone enjoyed.
We were celebrating our 47th anniversary, and I told my husband 50 is going to be hard to beat after tonight.
A lot of our supporters and our fans, they only get to see us on the basketball court. So we get to see us away from the court, get to have a little interaction, a little fun, is what it's all about.
It's amazing because, like, you only see them on the court, and being able to see a different side of them and see that they're normal and they're just fun and they're awesome people.
They see us a lot on the court, on TV, so to have an opportunity to be able to show our real side and for them to interact with us and we interact with them, it's excellent.
First quarter, here we go. LeBron up top, 2. Yeah, Bosh right there. LeBron into Wade. LeBron was distributing the basketball, but then he's going to score on his own. Indy, cover your heart. Oh, look at that right there. Oh, man. James Jones is in the three-point shootout because of shots like that. That man had 2 threes in the contest, and then LeBron. This is why he's the MVP midseason right there. Beat up 4 after 1. Let's go to the second quarter. Oh, my goodness. Did Hansbrook just show you some moves right there? They had 37 points in the second quarter, and they just kept on coming. Dante Jones, he didn't even think that was going to go in. You kidding me? LeBron led the comeback on the way back. 7 points in an 11-0 run, as LeBron wasn't even looking right there. Yeah, LeBron, we saw it. He made it a 3-point game at the half. Let's go to the third quarter, which the Pacers did some things there as well. Roy Hibbert, he loves inside the Heat. He watched the marathon last night. Then Granger, he is an all-star, just not this year. Back-to-back threes here. Granger had 3 threes in the contest. McRoberts is good. I mean, he showed us some things. But LeBron showing Mike Miller's range to close out the quarter. Let's go to the fourth quarter where it was all Heat all the time. Bosh hitting 8 of 14. He had 19. He was something else. When LeBron wasn't scoring, he was. And then, oh, Dwayne Wade cram it in the boot. Oh, my goodness. He had 17 points. Mike Miller still shooting 3. I love me some Mike Miller. He had 2 of 4, and you saw it. Dan Pierre, by the way, he played in this game, went 3 for 3 in his 25 minutes, gave the Heat their first lead right there. Then Dwayne Wade was capping it. So did LeBron with jump shots, people. Jump shots. Hey, coach, nothing personal. And then a little defense that just went slightly awry, but LeBron had to be clutch with his free throws. Didn't have a great night at the line, 9 of 13, but he hit them when he needed to, didn't he? That one didn't even touch rim. And then a big jump shot. Start the bus, Indy. Come on, start the bus. But no, a little look late. It looked like they could have gone for 3 there, got the 2, and then they couldn't get the ball in. Why? Because of Miami Heat defense. The 5-second count. You don't see that a lot in the NBA. It just did. It was about 8 seconds, by the way, in real time. The Heat win 117-112. Remember I told you a little bit earlier? 10 players with 10 or more points in this game. That's why you have a bunch of points right there, over 229 points. That's getting it done right there. Woo! What a game. What a game. I don't know if Spo loved it, but he loved the victory. 117-112. If you want to watch the action all over again, it's coming at you again at midnight right here on Sunsports. Our next telecast comes your way Friday night when the Heat take on the Pistons at 7:30 in high definition, and that lady who sits behind me will scream the whole time. This has been a presentation of Sunsports, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For E. Reed, the coach, Joe Go, and our crew, I'm Jason Jackson. Coming up next, the debut of Inside the Heat, Chris Bosh. But first, we offer up this deliciousness we call the Final Take.
Train is riding down to the station where I live. When I was a